Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of One Mic Conversation with your host Schizo. My mother, Kay Sands, isn't part of the show today. She's still dealing with the personal things she's dealing with, so she'll be back soon. Not sure when. All right, so today I want to talk about a couple of different things. More than a couple. I'm going to make the picks for Sunday night, and Monday night. My mother already made her picks. She told me about them. She told me what they are, so I'm going to relay them to all of you. Word of the day, dreams, and a couple other things, or maybe more than a couple. It all depends. All right, so the first thing we're going to get into are the picks. So for the Sunday week, what week is it? What NFL week is it? Let's see. NFL, not scores. All right, it's week 14 of the National Football League. I'm gonna write that, week 14. All right, so, and these are the picks that me and my mother has done. All right, so Bucks at Falcons. Me and my mother both picked the Falcons. Rams at Ravens. My mother picked the Rams. I picked the Ravens. Lions at Bears. Me and my mother both picked the Lions. Colts at Bengals. Me and my mother both picked the Colts. Jags at Browns. Me and my mother both picked the Jags. Even though I forgot that Joe Flacco came in as quarterback. So, I forgot about that. So I don't know if that's going to be a situation that I'm going to regret picking the Jags. So we'll see. All right. Then it's the Panthers at Saints. Me and my mother both picked the Saints. Then it's Vikings at Raiders. Me and my mother both picked the Raiders. Next, Seahawks at 49ers. Me and my mother both picked the 49ers. Bills at Chiefs. Me and my mother both picked the Chiefs. Broncos at Chargers. I picked the Broncos. My mother picked the Chargers. Eagles at Cowboys. I picked the Eagles. My mother picked the Cowboys. Then Monday night. Well, the Eagles and Cowboys are Sunday night. Monday night is a doubleheader, it looks like, on the schedule. Titans at Dolphins. Me and my mother both picked the Dolphins. Then it's Packers at Giants. Me and my mother both picked the Giants because I am a Giants fan, so is my mother. So, let's see. Now, we have to talk about the fact that the Giants are still playing on Monday night, even though this season has not been good. Now, I thought, and I was curious whether or not they would flex them out of Monday night and have the Giants just play on a Sunday at 1 o'clock that they normally do. Well, 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 4:25, 4:05, whatever it is. But we'll see what Tommy DeVito does tomorrow night. I believe he's still playing. Tyrod Taylor is back, but I don't think that. I think that Tommy DeVito will start. I think he kind of earned it the few games that he played. He didn't win, so you have to see what he has. People are saying, I've read, where Tyrod Taylor should go back to being the starter since Daniel Jones went out. Tyrod Taylor was always the backup anyway. So Tommy DeVito, I think, is a rookie, so you have to see what he has. Give him the rest of the year. The year's not necessarily over, but if they lose on Monday night, the season is pretty much over. I don't even think they have an opportunity to make the playoffs at all if they lose tomorrow night. Or if certain teams win maybe this week, I'm not sure. So we'll see what happens with the Giants on Monday night. Let's see. Thursday, the Pats beat the Steelers. What was the score on that game? The Pats beat the Steelers. Where is it? 21-18, which I was surprised, but so I'm 0-1 so far this weekend. So is my mother 0-1 because the weekend starts on a Thursday. All right, so now what we'll get into next is word of the day, which is Fibberty Gibbet. Again, the word of the day is Fibberty Gibbet. And what it means is It means a frivolous, flighty, or excessively talkative person. Flibbertigibbet. A frivolous, flighty, or excessively talkative person. Flibbertigibbet. Huh. All right. Flibbertigibbet. Let me write that down. I wrote it down. All right. So, all right. Next, dreams. Next up is the the dreams. The word Morocco. All right, Morocco. To see Morocco in your dreams foretells that you will receive substantial aid from unexpected sources. Your love will be rewarded by faithfulness. Okay. All right, you dream about Morocco. I guess you've had to either see pictures of Morocco, been to Morocco before to know what it looks like, or dream that you think or believe you're in Morocco. Okay, so Morocco. Dreaming of Morocco. To see Morocco in your dreams foretells that you will receive substantial aid from unexpected sources. Your love will be rewarded by faithfulness. Yep, faithfulness. Okay, that's pretty good. Also, this past week, Norman Lear died. He was the person behind All in the Family, Different Strokes, Good Times, The Jeffersons, I think One Day at a Time. He was 101 years old, which is amazing. You know what? To be honest with you, I've heard more and more how people are living closer to 100 years old more and more now. It's more averaging out closer to the 100-year mark. So I wonder how old I'll be. I mean, recently I read, if the story's true, I didn't verify it, but I read that a tortoise has lived to 191 years old, or had its 191st birthday. So, I mean, imagine what that tortoise has seen, which means that it's 2023 right now. You do 200 years back, it would be 1824. So that's 200 years back. So you would have to, I think, add 9 years. That means it's been alive since 1832. Just imagine what it's seen. It would have seen all these different modernizations of each time period. Seeing all the houses go up, seeing it when it was just nothing but grass and dirt, and very few houses, or how small a town was of like 100 people or 40 people that it could have come across. Imagine the miles it must have walked, all the different oceans, lakes that's probably been around for. Amazing to live 191 years, if it's true, for that tortoise. So that's pretty interesting. But back to Norman Lear. All in the Family was great. Jeffersons was great. A lot of the stuff he did was great. And so if he died 2023 at 101, that means, let's see. I thought All in the Family came out in about, was it 1971? Well, actually, All in the Family had multiple attempts to get it to air. So, and it's based on the British sitcom, I guess, of Till Death Do Us Part, something like that. And at first, I think they had tried. They tried a couple of pilots with different actors and actresses playing Meathead and Gloria. Michael Meathead Stivic, and somebody else playing Gloria too. So they tried different actors and actresses for that, I think 3 times. I think the one that got picked up was, Michael, Rob Reiner, and Sally Struthers playing those parts. So it got picked up. So it's amazing. I mean, the shows are all related. I mean, you have Maude, The Jeffersons, Good Times, I think Different Strokes, and I said all that. I mean, he was involved in so many iconic shows. It's amazing the type of career he had within those shows. And this started in 71. So that means in 71, when this show, the All in the Family, started, if he was born in 1901, that means it was 1922 is when he was born, which means 1971. He was 49 when this came out. And then lived, 52 more years? I think if my math's right. I mean, it's amazing. So that's pretty good. I mean, I would, with this podcast that I'm doing, it would be great to have this podcast be successful and then go on for other successful, creating other successful things. Maybe after, once this podcast, it, takes off and stuff and does good, maybe I'll, create other things too. You never know. But the success that man had with those shows is unbelievable. It's amazing. And then Jimmy Kimmel with Norman Lear made live in front of a studio audience. I think he did 2 All in the Families with Woody Harrelson as Archie. Then Marissa Tomei as Edith. Then with the Jeffersons, I think it was Jamie Foxx played Jefferson. And then Good Times, I think also the person who played the Good Times was the actor. I could have sworn a Good Time, live in front of a studio audience. Live in front of a studio audience. The person who played the father on Good Times, for that, I believe... Where is it? Oh, where is it? Where is it? I'm looking for the... Okay, here we go. Let's see. Wanda Sykes as Lewis Jefferson. Then Good Times. This is a live. It's in front of a studio audience. Viola Davis as Florida. Tiffany Haddish as Wilana. And let's see, Andre Brager? I can't say his name. As James Evans. And then you had the Different Strokes on that, which was played. This is live in front of a studio audience again. John Lithgow as Philip Drummond. Kevin Hart as Arnold. Damon Wayans as Willis Jackson. Snoop Dogg was in it. And the 2 members of Boyz II Men sung the intro of Different Strokes. That was pretty good. It was really good, the live for a studio audience. But the truth of the matter is this. Those were good actors that played the parts. Woody Harrelson, Archie, Marissa Tomei, Jamie Foxx, Wanda Sykes, Andre Brager. I can't say his name. I gotta figure out how to say that name correctly, so that way I give it actually say it correctly. I gotta figure out how to say that. I don't know how to pronounce it. Kevin Hart and stuff like that. All these guys were great, but the truth of the matter is they all sucked compared to the original people that played those characters. Carol O'Connor, his name Carol O'Connor, who played Archie back then. No one can be compared in that role to him. Because they'll suck compared to him. Same thing with Gene Stapleton as Edith. No one will ever be as good as they were. Played Jefferson, Sheldon Helmsley. What's his name? Sheldon Helmsley. Sherman Helmsley. Sherman, that's Sheldon. I don't know why I said Sheldon, but Sherman Helmsley played George Jefferson, no one could ever top his performance. He is George Jefferson and always will be. Same thing with the woman who played his wife. Come on. What was her name? Oh, what was her name? Trying to think of her name. Oh my God, how can I not know her name? How can her name escape me? How can it escape me? Yeah, Isabel Sanford. Okay, yeah. Oh, and I think he's a Sanford and Son as well. Because I thought he created Sanford and Son too. Did he? I thought he did. Norman Lear, Sanford. No, wait, hold on. Shows. I could have sworn he created that as well. Okay. Yep. Okay. All in the Family of Jeffersons, Sanford and Son, Good Times, Maude, Mary Hartman, One Day at a Time. He had a lot of success for that stretch. Unbelievable success, and I mean pretty much everyone he did were good. I mean, the Maude and the Jeffersons, I think, were a spinoff of All in the Family. Imagine 2 shows off of one, a spinoff off of one. Amazing. And Good Times is a spinoff of Maude. Unbelievable. So, I mean, I watched Blue Beetle recently as well as Saw 10. Blue Beetle was okay. I mean, I think Blue Beetle could have been the Peter Parker Spider-Man of the DC world, the DCU world that they're doing like the MCU. You know, they got away from the DC EU, DC Extended Universe, so now they're just doing the DCU. I think James Gunn is behind that. He's in charge of that, so we'll see how that goes. But they're restarting everything. Batman, I mean, Marvel Cinematic Universe is so far ahead of DC with these movies that I don't know. I don't even know if they'll ever be able to catch up, and they're changing who's casted for what. Jason Momoa is supposed to cast as somebody else now. Who knows what's going to happen? And the way I thought I read, James Gunn said that Blue Beetle movie is not a part of the DCU, but Blue Beetle is the first character in the DCU. I don't know. So who knows what will happen with that? But you know, it's possible that it could be good. Who knows with the new DCU and everything. Saw 10 was all right. I mean, it's the 10th one, and they keep trying to probably going to do another one. I thought I saw somewhere, so we'll see how that goes. I mean, Saw pretty much. You know, you're pretty much watching it to see, you know, the continuation, to see if there's something that they didn't see in the other movies, that something you find out. So, you know, that was all right. That's it for today. My mother's still dealing with her personal stuff that's going on, so hopefully she'll be back soon. I reached out to some people to get some guests on, so I'm going to work on that hopefully within the next week or so, and you know, see how that goes, and you know, try to have a couple of guests on a week, plus do, you know, a couple episodes with my mother as well, and maybe even have, you know, guests where me and my mother both interview the person. So all right, well, that's the show for today. It's been one mic conversation with me, Schizo, and thank you for listening. Later.